What's up YouTube, this is Julian from Hone Heroes here, and today we are going to be talking about the best Generation 1 starter. This is not just in the Generation 1 games, but just overall, which one is actually the best. I have lots of facts and statistics that I've gathered here. I've done lots of research on which one would actually be the best. So, let's go ahead and get right into it. We'll go from numerical order: Bulbasaur, Squirtle, and then Charmander. So let's go ahead and get right on into it. Okay, so here we have Bulbasaur. So I'm going to just basically read off some really important things that I would think would factor into making it the best, if it is the best. So I've noticed that all of them do have a medium slow leveling rate, so that makes them kind of even there. But his ability is Overgrow, and his hidden ability is Chlorophyll. I kind of like Chlorophyll because it makes it so that his speed goes like way up whenever it is sunny out. So yeah, you can have the sunshine, and Overgrow makes it so that whenever he is low on HP, his grass type attacks go up. His base stats, he has a total of 318. His highest is special attack and special defense, and they're at 65. He can learn 30 TM/HMs in Generation 6. He can learn 15 moves by breeding in Gen 6. 8 moves by tutoring in Gen 6, and evolves at 16 and 32. 32, which is actually lower than the normal 36, so that does kind of give him an upper hand. And then I'm also going to get his final evolution, Venusaur. I'll do this for each of them. His ability is also Overflow and Chlorophyll. His base stats, he has a total of 525, and his highest is special attack and special defense at 100. Don't forget, Venusaur also has a Mega Evolution, and the Mega Evolution's base stat is 625, which is 100 more than what it normally is. His ability is Thick Fat, which makes it so that Fire-type moves and Ice-type moves, they only do half damage on him. So that's really helpful because Fire-type moves and Ice-type moves happen to be super effective against Venusaur. Mega Venusaur's highest base stats are Special Attack, which is 122, and Defense, which is 123. Venusaur can learn 34 TMs and HMs in Gen 6 and 11 moves by tutoring. So I don't really think that that's all that bad, and in fact the moves that it does end up learning just by leveling up, I think it's really good for strategy, like status conditions and things like that. I don't know, it's just Bulbasaur is pretty good, I guess. So let's go ahead and get into Squirtle. Okay, so here we have Squirtle. His ability is Torrent. That is his regular ability, and is basically the same as Overgrow. Whenever his HP is low, his water type moves go up. And then he has Rain Dish, which boosts his speed in the rain, I believe. No, his HP grows slightly in the rain. Yeah, sorry about that. Again, he also has a medium slow leveling rate. His base stats, he has a total of 314, which compares to Bulbasaur's 318. His highest stats are Defense, which is 65, and Special Defense, which is 64. He can learn 30 TMs and HMs in Generation 3, 16 moves by breeding, and 11 moves just by tutoring. So he can learn more moves by breeding and tutoring, and the same amount as TMs and HMs as Bulbasaur. And then Blastoise, his ability is the same, Torrent and Rain Dish. His base stats are 530, which compares to Venusaur's 525, so it does have a little bit more. And then his highest is Defense at 100 and Special Defense at 105. And then again, he has a Mega Evolution, and that is Mega Launcher, which increases the power of Aura and Pulse moves, which is actually really good because, well, he can learn a lot of Aura and Pulse moves. Mega Blastoise's base stats are 100 more than regular Blastoise's, 630, and his highest is Special Attack at 135. For Blastoise, he actually has less weaknesses than the other two. He can learn 41 TMs and HMs by Generation 6, and 14 moves by tutoring. So that's actually quite a bit. It's more than Venusaur can learn, so yeah, it looks like Squirtle is a little bit better than Bulbasaur. I wouldn't say that he can learn as wider a variety as moves, but like he does learn some pretty powerful moves that are just not that strategic. So that's it for Squirtle. So let's go ahead and do the last but not least, Charmander. Okay, so for Charmander, his ability, his main one is Blaze, which is the same as Overgrow and Torrent, but for fire type moves. And his other ability, his hidden ability, is Solar Power. That one's pretty good. Again, he has a medium soul leveling rate. His base stats, he has a total of 309, and his highest is special attack at 60 and speed at 65. He can learn 37 moves by HM and TM, 14 moves by breeding, 8 moves by tutoring, and he evolves at levels 16 and 36. That is also for that's also the same for Squirtle. Sorry, I forgot to say that, 16 and 36. And then he evolves into Charizard, and he has the same abilities, except Charizard has 2 Mega Evolutions compared to just 1, so that gives him a really wide variety, and like you can do many things in battle with that. His base stats, he has a total of 534, and his highest is Special Attack, which is 109, and Speed at 100, so he has the highest base stats. So Mega Charizard X, his ability is Tough Claws, which boosts the physical moves, which is like, I don't know, like Dragon Claw and stuff like that. And he also gains the type of Dragon, which does kind of reduce the amount of super effective moves on him. His base stats, Mega Charizard X base stats are 634, and his highest is Special Attack and Attack at 130. And then there's Mega Charizard Y, and his ability is Drought, which makes the sun come out whenever you enter battle, and that boosts the fire type attacks and makes Solar Beam attack in 1 turn, not have to wait another. His base stats are also 634, and his highest is Special Attack at 159, which is like a lot. And then he can learn, Charizard itself can learn 49 moves by TM and HM, and 11 moves by tutoring, so he can learn a lot of TMs and HMs. So that also makes him pretty good. So he has 2 Mega Evolutions, and on top of that, he already has a really high base stat. But I'm going to say this one's going to be kind of tough deciding which one will be the best, so let's go ahead and decide. Okay, so I finally decided which one will be the best. It was a pretty hard decision because all of them are pretty good. Venusaur with his Grass and Poison combination, which is quite common, is actually really good, and he can just deal status conditions and just slowly tear you apart from the inside. Squirtle, he's just kind of averaged out, and he's also really good. Like, he is a pretty trusty partner to have, and like, he has a pretty high defense and a pretty good special attack, which actually makes him a really good Pokemon. And then there's Charmander, which is just all-out offense, but he's so fast and so powerful that, like, you don't even get a hit on him. I mean, Charizard, that is, of course. That's which is a flying type, so he's immune to ground type, which is his weakness. And then when he also turns into Dragon type, and that makes him have even less weaknesses when he Mega Evolves into Charizard X. So I'm going to say that the best is Charmander. I mean, I know that that's kind of like the mainstream choice, but it clearly is the best. I mean, all of them are extremely good, and it's hard to say that one is better than the other, but I just have to say that Charmander is the best. Each one of them have such a variety of moves and a variety of strategy. It's just, it's hard to even compare. So yeah, tell me what you think in the comments below. What do you think is the best Generation 1 starter Pokemon? And be sure to subscribe, because I'll be doing this with every single generation, so Generation 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then eventually, maybe when Generation 7 comes out, I can also do that. So thank you for watching, and again, be sure to subscribe. Tell me in the comments below what you think is the best. Like this video if you liked it, and smell you later.